The story starts out at a convenience store. A man offered to help someone carry their stuff since they seemed to be having a hard time. After carrying them up, he found out that the person in question was his sensei. He carried the stuff to her apartment door, apologized for imposing, and went in. After going in, his sensei told him that he's gotten so big she hardly recognized him. She also commented on how much taller he is and asked him if he's in university now. It's revealed that the man's name is Kagaue. Kagaue said that after middle school, he went through a growth spurt in senior high. His sensei asked him if things are going well for him, and if he's still eating alone during lunch break. He laughed a little and told her that he has friends now. While bending down to tidy up, his sensei said she bought a lot of things and she feels a little embarrassed that he's seeing her like that. Meanwhile, Kagaue was looking at her bum the whole time. He hurriedly looked away, then thought to himself that he needs to calm down and that even though he liked her before, that was during middle school. But he also inwardly cheered because he finally got to go to her place and wondered if his sensei is still in her 20s, and the mere thought of that made him tense up. He asked her if she needs help with anything else and said he can help her with anything at all. But he was looking at her melons the whole time and unknowingly reached out to hold them, making things awkward. Flustered, he said it's late and tried to leave. His sensei stopped him, apologized, and said he just threw her off for a second and asked him to keep her company for a while. After sitting down, she offered him a drink and told him that since he's a university student, he shouldn't waste a drop. She went further on to say that the beer is good and it puts people at ease. While accepting the drink, Kagaue inwardly thought about how tense he was and that since she looked so defenseless, he doesn't even know where to look. So he couldn't focus on the conversation. While thinking that, he kept on looking at her melons and bum. His sensei snapped him out of his thoughts by asking him if he's listening to her, to which he got flustered and stammered before finally managing to squeeze the word yes out of his mouth. After hearing his answer, his sensei immediately went back to drinking. While looking at how many cans of beer she chugged down, he remarked that it's such a mess and asked her if something happened. She paused her drinking and asked him if he's surprised, and he said, "Just a little." She told him it's nothing and that she just likes blowing off steam once in a while. She then went further to say that it's been a while since she had so much fun, and that she always wanted to have a drink with one of her students. Kagaue told her that if she's okay with him, then he can keep her company whenever she wants. She then asked him if he has a girlfriend. He said he doesn't, then asked her why she asked all of a sudden. While lying down, she held out her arms to him and asked him if he wants to do it with her. Flustered, he asked her what she's saying and said that she's his teacher. She told him even teachers want to do it every once in a while. She then told him to give his sensei a kiss and tried to kiss him, but he held her back. He calmed himself and told her that she's drunk and asked what happened to her. While holding him, she said her boyfriend broke up with her because she was too absorbed in her work. Kagaue thought to himself, wondering why he got so shaken up when it's only natural she would have a boyfriend. She held him tightly, told him that she's lonely, and asked him to hold her. She then pinned him down and started kissing him. But since he couldn't muster up the strength to oppose her, he simply went with the flow. His sensei used divine otherworldly kissing techniques, the kind I have never seen in all the years of my life and don't know if I'll ever experience. She then helped him take off his belt and offered to gluck gluck it for him. After the gluck gluck, they did it, and it was amazing. His sensei woke up the following day, late in the morning, with a flushed face, then checked herself out, wondering how she was in new clothes. While she was busy thinking, Kagaue walked in and greeted her. While stammering, she asked him to forget about everything that happened yesterday and said that she's a lightweight and it was embarrassing. Kagaue said he understands and told her he'll be off to his part-time job. He dropped down the foodstuffs he bought and asked her to please eat them if she feels like it. She was shocked by his attitude and told him to wait. She blushed, then asked him to stay for a bit. The name of this doujin is 5 Nen no HOUKAGO, 5th year after school.